Welcome to today's Pilates workout using the FitBall, Stability Ball, Swiss Ball, whatever you may call it. In today's Pilates workout, we will work all the muscles in your body using this fabulous but very fun prop. We will work your upper body, your core and your lower body muscles, and even throw in some wonderful mobility moves too. If you do enjoy this workout, then why don't you download my app? The link is coming up here and it's in my bio. If you download my app, you'll get a 7-day free trial period to try out loads of workouts, challenges and programs similar to this one, both with and without props. If you don't enjoy it, no worries, cancel anytime, but hopefully you'll love it and we can get fit and really strong together. If you do enjoy today's workout, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Okay, let's start this workout with a lovely warm-up. So you're going to stand up with your feet in a nice wide stance and you're holding onto your FitBall and it's in front of you. To begin with, I want you to just hinge over to your left, bend that left knee and then come back into the center, and then over to your right and then come back into the center. One more on each side until we add in the arms. And now as you hinge over to the left, I want you to rotate your body, look towards the FitBall, over to the left, and then come back into the center. And then swap sides, looking to the center of the ball, over to the right, come back into the center. 2 more on each side in this movement pattern. Breathing. 1 more on each side, and then we're going to add in a lift of the arms and the ball. And on the next one, you're going to lift and reach the ball up, and then come back into the center. Lift and reach the ball up, come back into the center. So still looking up towards the ball, your shoulders are nice and relaxed, and you're reaching up and across for 4, and breathing and reaching for 3. Go down a bit lower if you can, 2, and 1. Come back into the center. You're going to bring the ball overhead and you're going to squat down, and then you're going to stand up tall. Reach the ball overhead and then stand up tall. Now you're going to keep the ball above your head, and then as you stand up, you're going to bring the ball in front of you. So lift the ball overhead and bring the ball in front of you. 5 more till you stay down in the squat, pushing the knees out wide and go down low. 4. Breathing. 3, 2. You'll notice the ball suddenly gets very heavy. Hold it here. Breathe in, breathe out, reach the ball up and then bring it back down. Reach up, bring it back down. Now add a squat a bit lower and then come back up. Squat a bit lower, stand up a little bit taller. Squat a bit lower, stand up a little bit taller. Lovely. So now you're going to add that little pulse in. Squeeze and lift as you're lifting the ball up. 5. Go down low. 4, 3, 2, and down and hold and breathe. You're going to lift the right heel up, bring it back down. Left heel up, bring it back down. Alternating with those feet, reaching the ball up for 4 and 3. Go down lower. 2, 1, and stand all the way up tall. Let's roll the ball forwards and then just find your rounded back position. Look down through your legs and just breathe. And then nice and slowly, you're going to re-stack up through the spine, using those core muscles to come up nice and tall. And now we're going to roll the ball over to the left. Reach, 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 look to the center of the ball. And then coming up nice and tall. And then reach, reach, reach. And then coming up nice and tall. Now you're going to just gracefully bring the ball underneath you and just carefully plant yourself down. Reach the hands out to either side of the room and let's do some side bending on the ball. So what I really like about the side bending on the ball is the feedback you can get. So really drive that left hip down as you reach up and over to the right and vice versa. Lovely. Just breathe for 5. Really lengthen up and out of the spine. 4, 3, 2, and up and hold and breathe. Staying in that side bend, you're now going to sweep that hand all the way on the mat and then come back up. Sweep on the floor. So you've got some leaves on the floor. Just staying in that direction with the right arm, sweeping and reaching for 3. So really big mobility into your shoulder. Try to really move from the top of the arm. 2, as opposed to the hand. And last one, up and over. And now let's swap sides, side bending up and over for 3, 2, 1, and then rotate, sweep those imaginary leaves away, and breathe and sweep for 3. Really nice way to get movement into the scapula, into the shoulder blades, and into the spine as well. 2, and 1. Come back in. Now bring your hands behind your head and keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And to begin with, keeping even weight between both butt cheeks, you're going to rotate round to the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center. Breathe in, breathe out over to the right. So I just want you to gently, not hard, just gently push your head, into your hands. Just gently, nothing excessive. I don't want you to create tension in the neck. Now I want you to pay attention to your lower body. So that's nice and still in space. And you're really lifting up and out of your waist to rotate. And let's stay in this movement pattern for 5. Relaxing those shoulders, really move from your center. 4. And lift, lift, lift. 3, imagine you've got the tops of your ears being pulled up to the ceiling. 2, and all the way around to whatever side you're on. I'm on the left, stay on the left, or the right, and you're going to come back an inch and then go a little bit further. Back an inch, a little bit further from your core, lengthening up through the spine. 5, and right butt cheeks heavy, or if you're going towards the right, then the left butt cheeks heavy. 4, 3, feel those waist muscles. 2, and 1. Breathe and breathe out over to your right or the left if you're on the other side, and lift up and out of the waist, come out back an inch, and then go a little bit further. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Reach the hand out to either side of the room. You're going to stand up and then you're going to sit down. Stand up and sit down. So you're really going in the middle of the ball so it doesn't roll away. And now you're going to reach the hands up and stand up and reach and stand up for 5. It's a little bounce, nothing excessive. 4. We're going to go to the side in 3, 2, last one in the center. 1. And now on the next one, you're going to come down and then you're going to reach to the left and come back in and reach to the right. Come back in for 4 and reach 3, 2, last one. 1, come back in. And now I'm going to swivel around, but you can stay facing forwards. Bring your feet closer together so they're more like hip distance apart. And I want you to sit quite far forward on the ball. So your feet are now not at 90 degrees, but your feet are forward to your knees. You're going to do some rollbacks, okay? So making sure you're in the right position. If at any stage you're not in the right position, then do adjust accordingly. So you're going to breathe in, you're going to tilt the pelvis towards you, roll down through the spine, and then just coming onto the ball so you're in a nice and neutral position. Your head isn't falling back. You're going to breathe and use those stomach muscles to peel slowly up. Keep reaching the hands forward. Let's do 4 more of these with real energy in your hands going forward. Stomach scoops in, spine nice and quiet as you roll down or roll back. Breathe in, breathe out all the way up tall. Breathe in, find those stomach muscles. Have that C curve where you pull the belly button back and your eye line comes down and you make that C shape from the top of your head through to your pelvis. 2 more. Breathe in, scoop, tuck, roll. Last one. Breathe in, you're going to stay down on this one. Tilt, tuck and roll. And now nice and carefully, just walk your feet forward a little bit. Make sure you've got some stability. Make sure that you've got your feet firmly on the ground. And you're going to interlace your hands and support your head in your hands. So your bum is just off the ball and your shoulder blades are heavy on it. You're going to breathe and you're going to breathe out. You're going to curl up. Look straight ahead. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back down. Now, on the next one, you're going to breathe in, breathe out, come up. And now you're going to try to come down a little bit into more of an extension. So your head is going to come back with you. Your rib cage stays drawing towards your stomach wall. So keep an awareness on the front of your body. Don't just let your back arch and lose the stomach connection. Breathe in, breathe out, curl up. If anything feels bad on the back, you reset, you don't go down so low. Your main focus is on the front of your body when you go back into this arched back. Take your time. You're going to do 2 more through the middle, feeling those stomach muscles lifting you up. You're not yanking your head with your hands. Your head is heavy in your hands. And now on the next one, you're going to come down. And as you come up, you're going to rotate around to your left. And then come back down through the center. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate to your right. And then come back into the center. Breathe in, breathe out, lift and rotate. Back to the center, come back down. Just incorporating now more rotations like you did when you were just sitting on the ball. Remember, if something doesn't feel right, adjust the ball, reset. Let's do 5 more, 5. I can really feel my core muscles, really search for your core. 4, breathing fluidly, and 3. Breathe in, breathe out, and 2. Slow and control, come up and hold on this side. Rotate to the left, you're going to come back an inch and round an inch. Back an inch and round an inch for 3. Very similar to what you did just before. 2, but in a slight different position. 1, coming back to the center, roll back down. Breathe in, breathe out. Use your stomach muscles to come up, rotate to the right and come back an inch and rotate to the right. 3, and use those stomach muscles. 2, and 1, come back into the center. Make sure you've got your balance. If it feels all right, reach your hands and just reach and just breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Let's bring some glutes in. So now I just want you to push the ball back a little bit further behind you. So now all that's on the ball is your shoulder blades. And you've got your bum totally off the ball. So again, adjust at any time you need to. And just make sure you feel like your head is supported. So your eye line should be looking straight up, and you're going to lower your bum down on the ball if it feels all right, keeping that connection in the front of the body. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up. So coming down, breathing in, breathing out, lifting up through the glutes. So now we're just working into those bum muscles, specifically your glute max. That's the biggest muscle in your body, your jean pocket muscle. You're squeezing it. So you're not just thrusting your hips up and hoping for the best. You're really actively squeezing that glute, standing into your heels to come up. For another 2, and up and hold. Now I want you to carefully go onto the balls of your feet, so your heels are now elevated, and we're going to do the same. You're going to squeeze and lift and come back up. So now what you might feel is a little bit more work now in the front of the legs, your quads, but also there should still be some work in the glutes. Remember, if you really want to target your bum muscles, really focus on working and pushing through your heels. And if you want to go a bit more into the front of the legs and your quadriceps, then use the balls of the feet. And remember the difference in those positions. Let's do 3 more. Now you're going to reach the arms up. And then as the body comes down, you're going to reach the arms back and reach the arms up for 5. If it feels too much, then keep your head supporting your hands and squeeze and lift. 4. And breathe in, breathe out, squeeze, lift. 3. Find those glutes, find those leg muscles. 2. Last one, up and hold and breathe for 5. Keep the butt lifted. 4, 3, squeeze harder. 2, and 1. Carefully come down. Bring your hands behind your head, and you're going to nice and gracefully bring your bum down onto the floor. And now you're going to reach the hands up and over the ball. Now, if you're not in the right position, like the ball's not in the center, then just adjust it accordingly. So this should feel really nice. Should feel like a lovely stretch. You're still, as always, keeping an awareness and a connection on the front of the body. Let's do a little bit of shoulder mobilizing work now, and also some obliques and core. So keep the left arm back, and still you're going to just reach the right arm forward. It's going to just touch the mat, but not going to rest on the mat. And then you're going to breathe in, you're going to breathe out, you're going to swap arms. So the other arm's going to come forward as the other arm's coming down. So don't just think of this as swinging the arms around. I want you to really now try to connect this arm movement into your center. So really scooping the stomach in and seeing what happens on the opposite side as the hand moves back for 5. And reach 4. Find your core. 3. It rhymes for 2. And 1. Come back into the center. Reach the hands forward. Now just bring the ball now back a little bit further so that your bum is not directly on the ball, but when you roll back, your shoulder blades are on it, but your bum is off it. So making sure you're in the right position, as I always say, adjust anytime if you need to. Your hands are reaching up to the ceiling on the diagonal. You're going to float your right leg up, and then you're going to slowly bring it back down. Swap sides, left leg floats up, bring it back down. Take your time, float the legs up, try to find the core connection. If it feels easy, then let's roll back a little bit further. So bring the ball back a little bit further behind you. So now it's just on the neck and your head and your shoulders, and find those core muscles. And if everything feels all right, as you float the right knee up, you're going to rotate towards the right, come back into the center, rotate to the left. So the ball may move a little bit in the opposite direction to where the hands come down, and that's just fine as long as your hips are still and everything is under control and you're feeling and using your stomach muscles. And breathe for 5, floating the leg up, bring it down with control. 4, 3, 2, don't roll off the ball, hold this side. Now bring both legs into tabletop, and you're going to lower the left knee down. You're going to swap, and you're going to swap. So one leg is now up in tabletop, the other leg is lowering for 5, 4, 3, use these stomach muscles, 2, and 1. Come back into the center, breathe in, breathe out, come all the way up tall. And now you're going to roll the ball round, and you're going to bring the ball now onto your feet. And you're just going to roll forwards in a nice rounded back and a nice stretch, and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Sit up nice and tall. Take the ball into your hands, and you're going to bend the knees, and you're going to keep the ball lifted. You're going to roll through just a little bit of the way, not too far. And now bring your legs into a tabletop position. Breathe in, breathe out, tap the ball, come back to tabletop. Take your time for 5. And reach 4, breathe in, breathe out. 3, 2, if you can, keep the legs lifted. If it feels too much, bend the knees into tabletop, and you're going to rotate the ball onto the left and then over to the right. Keep reaching, keep lifting the chest proud. Remember, if it feels too much, go into a tabletop. Let's do 4 more. 4, keep the legs reaching away from the core. 3, don't go fast. 2, and 1. Come back into the center, lift the ball up high, hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down, keep the ball lifted, and nice and slowly roll through the spine just to your shoulder blades, the tips of your shoulder blades. Hold it there, breathe in, and then breathe out, come all the way back down. And you're still keeping the ball lifted above your chest. Let's do some bridges holding onto the ball. So feet are hip distance apart and the feet are in parallel. Your eye line is straight up towards the ball. You're going to tilt and tuck the pelvis under, and you're going to peel up, keeping the ball nice and still in space. Breathe and breathe out, nice and slowly roll all the way down until your tailbone is the last thing it touches. Find your neutral spine, breathe in, tilt, tuck, peel up, breathe in, breathe out, slowly roll back down. Let's do 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, and let's hold this one. If everything feels right, you're going to reach the ball behind you. Don't let it touch the floor, and then bring it all the way towards your knees. Don't let it touch the knees. Reach it behind you. Scoot the stomach in, and then bring it forward towards your knees. Let's do 5 more. 5. Everything stays still. Eyeline is straight up. The spine is long. The neck is long. The glutes are squeezed. 4. And you're breathing, and your shoulders are drawing down away from your ears. 3. And 2. Last one. Let's bring the ball now onto the floor. Put your hands on top of the ball and slowly roll down through the spine. Take the ball back and now bring it between your inner thighs. Okay, ready for some inner thigh squeezes. So to begin with, rest your arms alongside your body. So your feet are in a wide stance. The ball is between your knees and your inner thighs. To begin with, you're going to breathe in, you're going to breathe out, squeeze the ball, oh my goodness, and then breathe in, release. Breathe out, squeeze. So I want you to really think of these squeezes. I want you to hold on to your stomach muscles now. And as you squeeze and breathe out, I want you to feel your stomach flattening and scooping in and then releasing. Remember, your back should stay quiet. So you shouldn't be ramming your back down when you breathe out and pull your stomach in. It should be nice and peaceful. And try to find those pelvic floor muscles as well. Squeeze and a slow and controlled release. You're not squeezing it and bouncing it out. Squeeze and release. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling. For 5 more squeezes and releases with control. And 4. Really squeeze it hard and slow release. And 3. I'm shaking. And 2. Lovely. Last one. Squeeze, hold, breathe, squeeze, keep squeezing, keep breathing, keep scooping. And I can't talk anymore for 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. And release. Bring the ball down carefully. And we're just going to do some ab work with your feet on the ball. So I'm just going to shuffle back a little bit. Now, we're going to start with our head and our shoulders down. But if everything feels all right, then I want you to bring your head and your shoulders up. But if you feel discomfort in your neck, then by all means reset, bring your head and your shoulders back down. So do what is right for you always, okay? So I want you to find that tabletop position at 90 degrees at the knee joint, 90 degrees at the hip, and a nice neutral spine, as in you're not ramming your back down or letting it lift. It's just maintaining its natural curve. To begin with, keep your left leg still in tabletop, reach the right leg away, and then pull the ball back in, swap sides. So I want you to really focus on how that leg is sending the ball away, that your stomach is flattening and scooping. You're not just using your leg muscles, and you're going to roll the ball through the center of the body, and you're breathing. As I said, if everything feels right, interlace your hands behind your head and do this in a curl up. Really focus on the engagement, on the flattening of the stomach as you pull the ball back in and as you send it away. Breathe in, breathe out, reach, and then come back in. Breathe in, breathe out, reach, come back in. Now, let's add in some crisscross. So as the right leg goes away and the left leg stays still, you're going to rotate round the right elbow to the left knee and then stay curled up when you bring the ball back in. Swap sides and bring it back in. So having the ball there gives you some support, and it can really make your focus even more intense on those lower stomach muscles, because your leg's not just floating in midair. And now I want you to bring the opposite knee in a little bit closer towards your body than tabletop and reach the leg away. So really still focus on the reaching of the leg away, but see if you can curl up a bit higher. Try not to rotate from the elbows, rotate from the obliques. So the elbows should be nice and wide. They shouldn't be curling in. Let's do 5 more. 5, and breathe and reach. 4, feel those stomach muscles. Bring that knee in. 3 and 2. Hold on this side. So holding on this side, you're now going to extend that bent leg, that left leg straight over, and you're going to float the right leg up. Bring it back down, and now float the left leg up, straight up, bring it back down. 2 more on each leg, reach it away, float it up, reach it away, float it up. Last one in this rotated position, reaching it up and the other leg comes back in. And then you're going to rotate round. Both legs can stay straight. You're going to reach one leg up and then swap legs and reach and breathe. Curl up higher. 2 more on each leg. Take your time. My goodness, I can feel my stomach muscles. I hope you can feel yours. Last one coming up on each leg. I may have miscounted, but nothing new there. Reach. Last one, reach. Come back into the center, bring the ball in, breathe in, breathe out, send it away. Breathe in, breathe out. Now if everything feels all right, I want you to bring your hands towards the ball, and as the legs go away, I want you to reach your hands up behind you and then sweep the arms around as the ball comes in. Double leg stretch with the ball, reach, curl up higher as you come back in. 3 more, move your arms and your legs from your core, breathe and reach. 2. Let's have a little evil hold on this next one. Reach, hold, breathe, scoop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come back down. Whew. Well, I really hope you can feel stomach muscles. My goodness, have a little hug of your knees into your chest, have a little rock from side to side. And let's get straight onto the obliques and the side lying position. No rest for the wicked. So onto your right elbow. So your right elbow is in line with your body, and your right knee is bent, and then your left top leg is straight up onto the ball. Now keeping this top foot rotated up towards the ceiling so you're not bringing it down, you're going to breathe in, you're going to drive through that right elbow, lift the body up, reach the left hand up, and then nice and slowly just tap the leg back down, but don't let it rest. Lifting and lowering, and now I want you to drive that top leg into the ball as you come up. Really drive it in and come back down just to get some increased work into those inner thighs. 5, and lifting. 4, 3, 2, up and hold and breathe. Really push down into that ball. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come back down. Straighten out both legs. So now you've got both legs straight. And again, just keep an eye on that top leg that the toes don't start rotating down towards the floor, which mine always do. So you've got the ball between both feet. You're going to nice and slowly rotate, lift the legs up, touch the middle of the ball with that top hand, and then nice and slowly come back down. Actively pushing up through that right elbow, rotate, lift, slowly come back down. Let's do 3 more. Lifting for 3. Slowly back down. And 2. Last one. Lift and rotate and hold and breathe. For 5, push up through that right elbow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down. And then you're going to push up into a side plank, and you're going to go into some rotation, keeping the ball nice and still. So reaching the arm under, driving through that right elbow, lifting the hips high. For 5. And rotate. 4. How still can you keep the legs? 3, 2. Last one. 1. Hold it here. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Keep the ball where it is and see if you can maneuver by keeping the ball where it is over to the other side. Don't worry if you used your hands. Okay, so now let's do that side lying work on the other side. So this time your left elbow is in a straight line with your left knee, and you're going to make sure that top leg is rotated up to the ceiling. Reach that right hand up, and you're going to lift and just tap it down. Don't collapse down at the bottom, lift and lower. And breathe. And keep that top foot rotated up. For 5. Now drive that top leg down into the ball as you lift up. 4. And drive it down. 3, 2. Feel those inner thighs. Try to really use the inner thighs to push down. 2. Down and hold and breathe and really push down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. And now extend that bottom leg out, nice and straight as well. And then let's start with those rotations with a straight leg back into your sideline position. And breathe in, breathe out, lift, rotate, reach to the center of the ball with that top hand, and then slowly come back down. And lift and reach for 5. Don't use momentum. Use those waist muscles, those side muscles. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Up and hold. And really lift the ball high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come back down, straight into your side plank. And now with your rotation, keep the ball still. Easier said than done. And rotate from your thoracic, from the ribcage area of your spine for 5. Reach and breathe for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Reach under and then hold and breathe and reach for 5, 4, 3, 2, and carefully come down. Just going to finish off by lying prone on the ball so that we've worked in all the different positions. So carefully, you're going to come onto the ball, and the ball is going to be just underneath your stomach. And you're just going to make sure that you're in the right position. And as always, at any time if you need to adjust accordingly. So just to begin with, I just want you to fold forwards and just have a nice bit of rounding of the spine. And just a reset for the spine. And you're breathing for 3, 2, and 1. And then push up. Now your feet are going to stay in contact with the mat. And I just want you to walk the hands a little bit forward so they're not directly underneath your shoulders. So you're just bringing them forward to there. Now nice and slowly, I just want you to float the left leg up and then bring it back down. Swap sides, the right leg floats up, bring it back down. So take your time, feel what happens in the rest of your body. Squeeze the glute to lift the leg up. If you feel like you're not in the right position, change it. And breathe. And now keep both feet on the floor. Walk your hands a bit further forward. You're going to bring your elbows down and lift both feet off the floor. And then come back up. So now your feet aren't touching, but you're coming down, lifting the feet up high, and then coming back up. And squeeze those glutes. See if you can lift the legs up now a bit higher. 5. And push back through the ball a little bit. Squeeze the glutes, lift. 4, 3, 2. Let's have a little hold. And squeeze and breathe and squeeze and lift the legs up higher. Now you're going to squeeze both legs, lift up higher and lower down. Squeeze, lift both legs up higher, come back down. Try to really squeeze from the glutes. 5. Make sure your stomach is switched on. 4. Your belly button's pulling in. 3, 2. Up and hold and breathe and really reach those legs away. Push up through those elbows. 5. Squeeze higher. 4. Feel the back of the body. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come back down. Now keeping your feet off the floor, we're going to do some chest press, a little bit of upper body. So chest press is when your elbows, you're going to come down to a push-up, but your elbows are going to go quite wide. So it's not a tricep press where the elbows slide alongside your body, but your spine is neutral. So you're not just letting your head come down, you're still keeping the same length in your spine, and there's real engagement still in your lower body. So you're really reaching your legs away. They're not flopping over the ball. As though they're being, you're imagining they're being pulled away from the crown of your head. For 5. Elbows come out wide. 4. Breathe in, breathe out, push up. And 3. 2. Come all the way down and push up halfway. Breathe, hold, squeeze into the back of those legs. Lift the legs up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up all the way. And round over the ball. Have a moment, bend the knees. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. And now come off the ball. Give yourselves a very big round of applause. Well done. You finished your full body, very intense FitBall workout. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please do join me for another workout soon. Take care.